Hello to you and welcome to Adelante Chicago. I'm Lourdes Duarte. Thank you so much for joining us today. Bienvenidos. Let's begin in Puerto Rico, making the case to help the island get out of its horrible financial situation right now. Could Congress somehow step in? And also, how bad is the situation right now? We're going to find out about all that. Joining us via Skype is Dr. Tony Baez. Is he there? There he is. Hello
Yes,
to you.
Hello to you, Lourdes.
Okay, let's set this up. We're talking about $74 billion in debt that Puerto Rico is at right now. There's been a lot of talk, a lot of criticism that perhaps the U.S. may be offering some sort of a bailout. You say that's not what we're talking about. Why not?
Exactly. What the people of Puerto Rico has been arguing, and a lot of people that are concerned about this matter all over the world, actually, have been saying is that what Puerto Rico is looking for is not a bailout, is the opportunity to restructure its debt as a function of the fact that the debt accumulation happened because of the colonial relationship between Puerto Rico and the United States, and that the island is willing to pay its debt. However, it needs to restructure it in such a way that it can do it in a manner that doesn't cause austerity in the island. That the way that it has been sort of like talked about in the United States, particularly by hedge fund managers, some people in the Congress of the United States, by some people on Wall Street, is that we should not help Puerto Rico because Puerto Rico got into that debt itself. That is absolutely not true. This is really because the Congress of the United States has maintained control over the governance of Puerto Rico. And there are a number of cases that have been going to court on this matter. And Judge Juan Torruellas, who is an expert in this matter, he's in the First Circuit Court, the appeals court in Boston, has been arguing that this is really an accumulation of bad laws, of bad approaches that the United States has had to the situation in Puerto Rico, and that there should be a way of allowing Puerto Rico to restructure its debt, but not a bailout.
Okay. And it sounds like there's a lot more to this than, as you mentioned, that $74 billion debt. And you talk about restructuring it, but how do you do it in a way that would guarantee then that that money is paid back? So what are we talking about here? What needs to be put in place? What needs to change?
Well, one of the arguments that the government of Puerto Rico has done is that it needs to pass its own bankruptcy approaches and restructuring of the debt in Puerto Rico to sort of like break up the debt in different pieces pertaining to, let's say, the energy authority in the island and paying that little by little in different ways, as opposed to the proposal that has been approved by a House committee that is known as PROMESA, which in Spanish means promise. It's really about making sure that a sort of like a board, a management board, an oversight board is created by this bill that will be controlled by people in the financial world, and that would sort of like cause Puerto Rico to have to pay its debt as soon as possible or immediately, and that it's really proposing austerity measures to be able to do that. That means closing schools, closing hospitals, cutting down the minimum wage to $4.25 an hour. That's ludicrous. In an island that can not afford that right now, investors are trying to make gains on Puerto Rico. So breaking up the debt and paying it in different ways is a proposal that the government of Puerto Rico wants the U.S. to entertain.
Okay.
The Congress is proposing something that, no, if it were to go through, it benefits people who they support in the United States.
Okay, so the proposal that you just talked about, do you see that? Are you optimistic that that will in fact happen, or do you see it as a no-win situation? You just don't see the U.S. going in that direction?
Well, the U.S. is really moving in the direction of the bill, and actually the Obama administration, unfortunately, is buying into that. Latino legislators and other people are saying, no, this should not be done, including Gutierrez on Chicago and others. But there are other people, like, for example, a presidential candidate, Bernie Sanders, has proposed a bill that is really totally different and takes a totally different approach, saying that the Federal Reserve should enter into emergency loans to the island of Puerto Rico and to help in a restructuring that can help Puerto Rico pay its debt, as opposed to what the Congress is proposing right now.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Tony Baez. As all of this going on, of course, the people of Puerto Rico, we've heard so many stories of them leaving the island, coming here to the U.S. because of the bad situation there. So we thank you for your time, and we hope to talk to you again soon, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.